Hello friends, today we are going to discuss another chapter of Gandhian vision of human security, that is an international locus. So we are going to discuss the international locus on human security from the chapter of Gandhian vision of human security. So let's just start the discussion. An international locus of human security. The third principle is that the concept must have an international locus. The promotion of human security in a particular situation should be susceptible to agreement by the international community that has responsibility in the matter. There is in fact a widening spectrum of development which happen in one country by which concern other through a number of ways, as for example a conflict or natural disaster in one country spill over to its neighbors, and it can have an international effect. This requires international relief efforts of the work of NGOs, donor, recipient and relationship. But the area of disagreement are also wide human rights, refugees and the use of resources being examples. Hence the two things are required for this international locus: a set of universally accepted values and an agreed pattern of implementing international action through the firefighting or long-term peace building, therefore necessary. This leads one from nationalism and internationalism. Gandhi was intensely attached to the concept of Indian nationalism, but he was also an internationalist and always emphasized his role as a citizen of the world. He was a great national leader, but also was a surpassed for his love of humanity. In Gandhi, despite his nationalist preoccupations, the dominant concept were the truth or non-violence and purity. Therefore, as belief in positive love for mankind, he believed in internationalism in the essential unity of man. The South African and Indian politics had been laboratories in which experiment with his formulae of truth and non-violence, which are indeed universal values. There is thus indeed supreme humanitarian standpoint in Gandhi. He was a great fighter for the Swaraj and also considered human welfare to be matter of greater concern. He fought against the British Empire, but he loved British people. He considered no person to be an enemy because beyond the sovereignty of the nations, he looked to the categorical and imperative of human brotherhood. He absolutely believed in a human union of heart of all man and woman and the world. Gandhi's internationalism was an only sociological and political application of the great norm of ahimsa, which means universal non-hatred and non-violence. Buddha and St. Francis showed the tender care for the meanest creature of the world. Their love extended also animal kingdom. With Gandhi, like them, believed in the doctrine of the absolute universal compassion for all living beings. A believer in God naturally has feeling identity with all creatures because all are the creation of God. Gandhi was never tried to repeating that man could receive divine grace, affection only if he loved their brethren. He said, "We will all treated with the same brush. We are all members of the vast human family." Hence, love of the humankind, and was only aspect of his ahimsa internationalism and concrete means to realize at the political level of the universal love for humanity. But Gandhi wanted that before the consumption, cosmopolitanism and internationalism could become the reality, those countries which were still suffering under the feudal lordship and colonial dependency should have the political freedom and determine their own future, and he therefore carried out halt to the nefarious game of the imperial among the nations. Nationalism through only stage was a very important towards the realization of the internationalism. He asked, he showed how is the vast mass of humanity to be flame in the cause of world deliverance until it has touched and felt freedom. India had first be free before she could cooperate. on terms of equality with other nations. Therefore, it is clear that Gandhi's romantic conception of the soul of a nation was not meant as a physiological support or a virulent national chauvinism, but was only meant to extend the soul of people against the effective organization and combination of imperialistic power. If you like the video, like it and share it. Thank you.